What is up, guys? Tomcat here, and in this vlog we're going to be doing a review of the R888 tires that I recently put on the FRS. They've got about one track day on them and they've got multiple mountain runs on them, so I feel like I can give a good opinion, as well as they have a lot of highway miles on them now. So we'll be doing a quick review of those in this vlog, and it'll be kind of a little bit of a daily vlog. It won't be a full day, but a little bit of a daily vlog. Yeah, I need to plug my amp in and my pedal board and actually use it sometime. But anyways, let's get out to the car and see what's what, and I'll give you guys some opinions on these tires. Kind of the general thing that you always hear about these tires is that they are insanely loud, and it sort of adds up, but not to the level that you would think. And they're not unbearably loud. I mean, I guess it depends on your own feeling of what unbearably loud means. But to me, they're not bad. I mean, they're not as bad as like a mud tire or something like that. So I don't really see the problem with it, especially from all the extra grip that you get. I mean, the grip from these tires it's huge, it's tremendous, but you have to make sure you heat them up before you try to use that grip, because if you try to use it too early, you're just going to be sliding everywhere. So, and it was interesting going from the Pilot Super Sports I had before, which were a 300 tread wear, down to these, or well, I should say up to these R888s, which are a 100 tread wear, and you can really tell, I mean, you can tell the difference, obviously, in, you know, you can tell the difference in the heat tolerance on the track. You can tell the difference in how sticky they actually are, but you can also tell a big difference in when they're cold. When they're cold, they have way less grip than the PSSs did. So I think it's one of those things where when they warm up, they're great. When they're cold, you better be ready to either take your time and warm them up, and if you don't, you're going to slide around everywhere. It is no joke. You're going to slide around if you don't take time to warm them up. And if you just listen, you can kind of hear the tires on the camera. Honestly, you're hearing more of the diff than you are of the tires. You're hearing the diff mostly because the back is gutted out, so you're going to hear a lot of road noise. And that's the other thing is trying to judge noise levels with my car is a little bit weird because it is gutted out in the back. So noise levels are going to be a lot higher in here than usual. But I feel like you wouldn't really even notice the difference all that much, honestly. And especially if you're going to a race compound tire, you're not really going to think about, your interest is not, you know, low noise and high comfort. Your interest is more grip, red light, more grip and better lap times. Overall, my experience with these tires has been really, really good. Hello, C6 vet, very, very nice. No, my experience with these tires has been really, really good so far. Been really, really good on the track, actually really good on the mountains too. And I think that they're a really, really good option if you're looking for a lot of grip in a tire that's still street legal, that you can run at the track very hard. And I think I'm not too sure yet if I'm going to switch over to the R888R. I think I probably will. Honestly, I think I probably will. I'm going to see how long this set of 888s lasts me at a 100 tread wear, because the 888Rs are an 80 tread wear. So we'll see what the difference is as far as how the 888s last versus how long the 888Rs last. Because the 888Rs probably won't last as long, to be honest. But if the grip difference is, you know, that much more, we'll see. And it might not even be in the grip difference. It might be in, I think there may be a big difference in wet grip too, because the 888s don't have the best wet grip. That's definitely one of the spots where they're a little iffy. Dry grip, they're amazing, but wet grip, they could use a little bit of improvement, and I think that's where, one of the places anyway, where the 888R comes in. So we will be testing those out eventually at some point. And let me also say that with a race compound tire, it's kind of one of those things that you have to come come at it from the point of view of, okay, I've never, when you're getting your first set of R compound tires, you need to come at it from the standpoint of, okay, I've never had an R compound before. I need to take my time and learn these tires, because if you don't do that, you're going to wind up in some trouble, honestly. Like, if you don't give yourself time to learn the tires, then you're going to wind up in trouble, because number one, they take a lot longer to heat up. Number one, they take longer to heat up, and number two, they're also just a very, the breakaway limit is going to be so much higher to when the car actually steps out. The thing is, you've got to be ready for when it actually does step out on the track, and if and when it does step out on the track. And just because on a street tire, well, these are technically street tires, but on a street tire like, say, a Michelin Pilot Supersport, the limit of where you lose grip is a lot lower. I mean, you're going to lose grip a lot sooner, and that's a lot more forgiving, honestly. Like, the sooner you lose grip is basically, it's going to be more forgiving. It's why a Miata is so forgiving to drive. The thing is, the more grip you add, the more on point you need to be with your own inputs, your own control, your own counter steer, and you need to tell your mind that, hey, we have a lot more grip now, a hell of a lot more, and we need to be ready for when it actually does lose traction. You have to mentally prepare yourself for that, and you have to let yourself learn basically a new feeling for the car. And not that it's difficult, not that it's bad. It's just something that I would highly recommend that if any of you are considering switching to race compound tires, just think about that ahead of time. And if you do switch to race compound tires, give yourself time to learn them, because if you don't give yourself time to learn them, number one, you're not going to enjoy yourself. Number two, it's not going to be as safe. And number three, you're not going to be able to extract as much performance from the tires themselves if you don't take the time to get used to them in the first place. So that's kind of my little speech on using race compound tires, at least for the first time. And now that I've used them, though, I don't really want to go back. I really like them. So I'm probably going to be sticking with either 888s or 888Rs or some kind of race compound for a long time on this car, for pretty much anything besides drift events. I mean, I've got a set of 17 by 7s or 17 by 8s that I put in the back, and I have some Michelin all seasons on them, and I use those for drift events. But that's a whole different kind of story, that's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different story. And the other thing with tires is that I know at some point we're going to be going Rocket Bunny, most likely over the winter. And when we go Rocket Bunny, we're obviously going to go much wider on the wheels and tires. We're looking at probably going an 18 by 11 in the front and the rear, probably. So we'll see if we do no matter if we do a staggered wheel setup, we're still going to do square stance with the tires. And I'm thinking probably something around the range of like a 295 front and rear. And I know that that's huge. That's a huge tire. But I think that if we dial in the alignment, we can use all of that extra mechanical grip to our advantage. So we'll see. I mean, we may run a 275, we may run a 295, we'll see. I mean, I know there are some people that are running like a 305 square on a Rocket Bunny FRS that he tracks, and it's insane. It's so wide, like the tires are insanely wide. I don't even know how you make use of that much mechanical grip in an 86. I feel like you lose some adjustability. But we're going to stick with the 255 square on the stock body for a good while, and after we wear these 888s out, we'll see if I want to get another set for the stock body, or if I just want to say, you know what, we're just going to go wide body now and investigate the options. So wide body is coming. The wide body 86 on this channel is coming, and it's going to happen. I've already got a name for the project, because a lot of people don't really track their Rocket Bunnies. So the name for this project is Track Bunny. And when it actually gets rolling, when we get the parts ordered, we will consider Project Track Bunny underway. And I'm really excited to get that started, and I think it's going to be super fun. And I've got some parts on the way for the Jeep, and we're going to do some stuff with the Jeep a little bit beforehand, and then quote-unquote Track Bunny will be getting started up. So I'm really excited, like I said, really excited to start that up, and I think it's going to be a super fun time, and just a really fun project in general. So if you guys enjoyed this car vlog, don't forget to hit that like button. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed.